do you figure out the negative? Okay, there it is. Never mind.
All right, it's always Aaron every time I switch over and say, "Hey, let's start." As a blurt. But all right, hello and welcome to Odyssey of Eternity. I'm DM Kenneth, and this is our Tomb of Annihilation tonight game. This party has been going for the longest out of any of our campaigns, and is forging onwards into their quest to save the world again. This group, last we left off, had teleported to Waterdeep for some other activities to maybe come down from previous adventures, and they know they have at least some time before the next cataclysmic event is going to start. Before we get into the game fully, have some channel announcements. First and foremost, we are expanding the channel dramatically right now and expanding tables. So if you would like to play at one of these tables or be featured in the Twitch as well, you can sign up for any of our new tables. We have One Shot Wednesdays. Those happen at 10 a.m. Eastern Time and 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Those are going to be Adventures League based, going through and going, and those are offered at a half price discount, simply due to the fact that they are one shots. Then we have on Thursday, starting December 1st, we have Baldur's Gate Descent to Avernus. That's going to start streaming. The table is full at this point for that one, and we have an absolutely wonderful group of individuals for that game. So that'll start streaming on December 1st, which is a Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So please keep a check out for that. Fantastic table and fantastic adventure as well. Lastly, our next table that we have is Curse of Strahd. That starts this Friday, which is the 25th, the day after Thanksgiving. So if you decide to go Black Friday shopping, get exhausted, and then want to come back home and play some D&D, we're going to be starting Curse of Strahd this Friday. Tickets for that are $20, and we still have 2 slots available. If anyone would like to play, just find DM Kenneth Shell on startplaying.games. You can sign up there. It will also be in Nightbot, which should be going down this way in the chat on Twitch. So if you see that, you can click on the link tree. The link tree will take you to Start Playing, all of our different social medias and links. Click on startplaying.games, and it'll lead you right there. As far as announcements, that is it for the time being. So, here we are. You guys just teleported into a safer area of Waterdeep. You didn't explode any civilians this time in the landing, as Dantalus had once done.
I stuck the landing!
However... Wait, Dantalus, you didn't do the teleporting. It was the Naga this time, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys find yourself in the middle of a courtyard. This courtyard has cobblestones all throughout, and the nature is abundant here. It's like a little piece of a forest inside of Waterdeep. The cobblestones, looking at them, you see faint glowing sigils on the cobblestones going around in a circle that look like they might have been hidden or well worn over the years. As you discover a ancient teleportation circle in Waterdeep. As Dantalus, knowing teleportation magic, this instantly piques your attention.
Could I take a moment and I don't actually have the teleportation runes. Like, I don't actually have that magic spell, but I can still write down all these runes.
You don't need the spell to be able to write down teleportation circle runes. Okay. It's not a requirement. Anyone can learn them. It just, most people can't act upon them. But if, say like a paladin found some runes and they did like a rubbing on the runes, they could give it to a wizard that could cast teleport for them to that location with that knowledge.
Oh, and I think it actually functions with teleport too, right? So, like, if I
Yes.
know of a circle, okay.
Yes.
So this will count for that, correct?
Yes.
Cool. And I won't blow anybody up, apparently.
Unless they're in the circle when you...
Oh yeah, that'd suck.
no Tailspire today, unless something dramatic happens.
Please don't.
I
I'm
certainly
hotspotting
hope
from my
nothing
phone.
dramatic happens.
Oh.
But you guys are in a quiet spot in Waterdeep, and looking around, you start to see, just past this little bit of a courtyard that you're in, you see headstones everywhere. As you are in the, the Temple of the Dead quarter.
We sat in a graveyard.
Is this like a...
Yeah.
I hope this isn't a sign, and where this is us seeing our graves.
So,
It's,
Savashna, you would immediately know that this is the city's graveyard.
Oh, we're just in the graveyard. Perfect place for a teleportation circle. Especially if you don't want people to know it exists.
And all is quiet and calm.
I hope so.
I'll just kind of make sure my hood's pulled up over my head.
How well does that hood protect or obfuscate rather the blackness to the now crown that's embedded in her head?
Well, what did the hood look like to begin with?
Let me see. I believe it was the manta ray cloak that I'm wearing. I have to double check.
The one that gives you a
It's called-
swim speed?
Yeah, cloak of the manta ray. So, what was here? Copy image. See if I can post it in the chat. Nope.
Misa gonna go up to the most fanciest looking of graves and start poking.
You poke a headstone.
This on nobility, right? Misa just looks around at everyone. This on nobility, right?
Do you read what it says on the...
No.
I mean,
It
it could
Chaos
be.
Monkey doesn't want to start chaos. Crazy. Weird. So... Are we just hanging out the graveyard for a little bit? Or, I've got to go look at some things. I need to talk to some people.
Misa wants to get drunk. Misa starts wandering.
That's the picture of the cloak.
Okay, so yeah, that could be pretty obfuscating. Your skin feels a bit drier while you pull the hood up, as you feel like you want to be in the water.
Oh, this is going to be terrible for my complexion.
Chat being a savage, here lies Dantalus, the five-fried wizard.
Kentucky Fried Wizard.
Lucky fried wizard.
Okay.
Well, you know what they
So-
say. In order to be, what is it? Wise, old and wise, you have to survive being young and stupid. Or something like that.
I was gonna say I don't think we've gotten there with the wise part yet. So
You suck quiz.
No,
you're
I
still
have an 8.
young.
I have an 8 for wisdom. I'm not wise yet.
You suck crispy.
Okay,
Misa gonna go get drunk.
well, all right.
Bye.
Don't get into trouble
Yeah.
at all. Do you
Mug laughs at that one.
Mug, before you leave, do you have sending prepared?
Kind of?
What do you mean, kind of?
Needs to just learn Wish and making a wish to cast Sending.
Please don't do that. Oh
I
God.
feel like that would be a very inappropriate use of that.
Wait, you
Why?
can cast Wish now?
Yeah.
And Misa just walks away.
Astrum's like, you can do this. Yep, and just starts marching off. Astrum, do you have any response to this? Do you like follow him? Do you just accept that this is Mug and just let him go do his thing?
He's still Astrum is just momentarily reeling from the fact that Chaos itself has the ability to now cast Wish.
Well, I mean, do you want me to counterspell him if we see him casting it, just in case?
No,
don't
no,
mind.
I mean, you know,
I mean, unless it's obviously a good thing.
I mean, believe it or not, at this point, I feel like we have bigger problems.
I don't know.
Okay.
Let me ask you. This would be something else I'm going to tack out of my research. Can we wish for Dendar to never be brought into the world?
Whoa, then you're messing with time there.
Time. Well, I mean, isn't that what I do anyways?
Yeah, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of other consequences.
I don't know if magic is powerful enough to wish a god away.
Well, he just can't be released. There's just one lock that just can't be opened. It's just magically stuck permanently for the rest of time.
Lost the magical key.
Yeah, exactly. Key broke off of the lock. Oh well. I don't know. Just a thought.
I don't know, I just feel like that might be better than trying to wish his non-existence, because then there's a lot of, silver linings that come
Yeah.
from
Oh,
stories.
so-
I didn't mean his non-existence. That's way beyond. I meant more like he could never be released from his prison. He's just stuck there forever.
I mean, that's one way to do it. He's still there, though.
It's true, which is fine as long as he doesn't get out. I don't know.
But
What do
maybe
people
we
always...
should confirm that nothing can get in as well.
Oh, that would be a significant loophole in that wish. Just Waterdeep always makes me feel antsy for new magic and talking with people and research. There's just something about this place.
Can I come with you while you do that? I have questions of my own.
Oh, sure. I think there's a few places, and I honestly don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that there's quite a few solid bookstores or libraries dedicated to magic here in Waterdeep. Correct? That I could either
yes.
or I could either petition the lords access to, or just enter in. Correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Cool. Quick question. Would I be able to accurately remember what the crown looked like, everything, from the first time that I held it and cast Identify on it and nothing came back, it was non-magical? Would I be able to recall that if I needed to create a image or anything along those lines?
Let's say that again.
The crown that Savesha's currently welded into her head, would I know be able to recall the exact feel, everything about it prior to that? Since I actually held it in my hands, cast Identify, had it in front of me.
I would say originally how it was, yes, but it has changed since.
Yeah, nope, just the original one is all I'm asking about.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, originally it was worth 50,000 gold?
5.
Oh, I thought it was something pretty hefty.
5,000
five?
gold.
5,000 gold. Okay. Sure. That's still 5,000 gold. All right.
And also, instead of like spending time beating around the bush, why don't you just ask Kid what you want to do and see if it's possible?
So I've only taken one of my 9th level spells because I want to see if I can work out some other things before I pick up the second for my level up.
Yeah.
True Polymorph, which I did take. It says that you could turn something into an object. And if you concentrate for an hour, it stays that way until dispelled. It's permanent, unless dispelled. So could I technically take a bug or a frog and turn it into the crown? And then take that crown and sell it after an hour?
Technically, yes. However, the crown that you can make with True Polymorph would not be magical in nature.
The other one wasn't magical in nature because I cast Identify and did Detect Magic, and it didn't come up as magical.
At the time, there was a set of checklists that make it become magical in nature.
Okay. Well, on to other things. But yes, Asram, come with me. I mean, we can research. I got to look up a few things too. Did I tell you about this new spell that I have? It's fantastic. Actually, it's fabulous. But
All right, so I'm gonna head off with Dantalus.
Okay.
Noria, are you staying here with your new best friend, Lady Sylvester, or would you like to come with us?
I'm so sorry. I was totally zoning out looking at my spells. Where are you and Astrid going?
We are going to go do a little bit of research. He has questions about magic. I have some research to do via books, look at part of the city, possibly have to go ask the Lords of Waterdeep for some assistance, you know.
So you're
be-
just gonna leave? You're just leaving Lady Savashna alone?
I'm actually going with Dantalus to do some research.
Okay.
Okay.
So might be
Okay.
the four of us
Then
then.
yeah, I'll follow you. Yeah, I'll go with the group. I have
I was
no
gonna
plans
say,
on doing
Nora, if you
anything. I'm
don't
just
wanna
this is a
go-
big city, so I'm gonna drink in the culture and watch.
I mean,
Do some
Nora,
people watching while I
if you
follow you
want
guys.
a tour of the city, I'm fairly versed in the city.
Not sure if I want a tour per se. I just want to watch people. But if you
Well, I
have
know-
a plan
I know
and
some
you want me to
good
join
places
you,
to
then I can
watch
come.
people.
So, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. Just
I'm just not interested in going to research.
yeah, then we can hang around the city if you want.
Works for me.
Sweet.
We split the party.
3 ways.
That's okay. It happens.
Didn't that happen last time we were in Waterdeep too?
I'm used to the party getting split. It's okay. It's good exercise. So, all right. So, what are you? All right. So, who would like to go first? So, you guys are Dantalus and them. You are going to get do some research.
Lords of Waterdeep. I think ours might take the longest between the three of us if the other ones want to go first.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start with Mugmug, who's going to get
Yeah.
drunk.
No, Mugmug said he's going to get drunk.
No. Oh.
So Mugmug, we start with you. The camera pans to you as you sort of just do your thing, and you just sort of walk.
The moment I get out of eye shot, I turn into a basic human.
You become a basic human male.
Literally just find, like, go through my retina of normal humans and become one of them. I want to go find... When we were here last time, did we go to the Troll Skull or no?
You did, yes. That's
Okay.
where everything was.
Okay, I want to go to the Troll Skull.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah. So you you find
yeah.
your way to a very historic tavern in the town, and you see people are bustling, people are hustling. You see there's a very large woolly elephant outside the building.
I ignore it. I want to go inside.
Jingle bells tied all in its fur. You push through into the door as you see an entire group of an inn is hopping. People are coming in and out. You hear there is a Kenku back in the kitchen that's calling out, parroting back orders and sliding them across an open window to waitresses and waiters willing to take the stuff out. The alcohol is flowing freely. You see a proprietress of the building in very much reminiscent of Romani clothing. Lots of greens, reds, very bright, vibrant clothing, and bells at bell bracelets at her ankles and wrists, and she's flouncing between tables, talking to people and the like. That's the scene that you see in this building.
Okay. She is dealing with people.
Currently,
I
yes.
want to find someone that looks as though they're in charge that is not dealing with people.
Someone in charge that's not dealing with people?
Yes.
Okay. Looking through, now you're making me think of who was at that table.
They could have sold off their port.
That's what I'm like. You end up finding a very burly dwarf.
Okay. Does he seem... I'm a little quiet? Oh, okay.
He's not saying much. He's sitting there. He has a large tankard.
Okay.
He's in a corner table watching. You see, he has armor that is spiked out all throughout, but he has little tiny caps over all the spikes in his armor, so he's not puncturing.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to him.
His eyes come up as you see a relatively hairless face looking at you, dark gray skin looking up. Definitely seems to be a Duergar. What can I do for you?
Oh, you appear to be someone in charge of this establishment, is that correct?
I am what you call a general manager, yes.
Okay. I request something, but it's a bit of an odd request. And I'm wondering if you would be able to deal with it, or if you would like to wait for another day.
Name your request and I'll see what I can do.
I need to rent a room for 180 days.
You can do that.
I have 50 gold pieces on me.
You can't do that.
How much is it going to cost to rent the room for 180 days?
180 gold. Our establishment is well known. The prices are firm. And that's giving you a discount for longevity.
How about I make you a deal? Give you 200 and you don't enter the room for 180 days.
See, that sounds like you're doing something shady.
I'm not.
But,
I'm not doing anything shady.
But as it is my want to not ask questions, and coin is coin, as long as you promise not to burn anything down on pain of death.
I will swear on my life as a Water Davian citizen that if anything happens to this establishment that is caused by me, I will pay you in full back.
Alright, I'm going to have you swear that on a truth crystal as he slides a crystal across the table to you.
I swear, as an adventurer, that anything that happens to this place that is directly caused by me, I will pay for.
I like how you changed your swear there.
Yes, a small gem affected that.
Well, I'm not going to ask questions because, like I said, it's not my want. 200 gold. We don't ask questions. If we start smelling shit, though, we're going to have to come in.
Literal.
Does it smell? I don't think it smells. You see, Mug looks puzzled. Sure. Sure. Okay. I will be right back. It doesn't matter, it can be your shittiest room. I just need a room. And if you have a corner in the basement that's a side room, I'd like that too. Not two, but I would like, it does not matter the size of the room. It can be the small, tiniest room you have.
We have a room in the basement, if that's what you'd like.
That's fine. I don't want to be a bother.
Well, it's
Honestly,
fair.
sounding more and more sketchy as you go.
It's fair that room in the basement we also use for people who say they don't want to be a bother or found. So this is...
No, I don't care if I'm found or not. I just don't want to be a bother.
Here's the key as he slide... wait a minute. Where's the money?
I don't have the money on me right now. I will go get it.
He
Don't worry, I'm good for it.
slides the key back.
Don't worry. I got it. Oh. Just realized I have something. I go, reach into my pocket, and I pull out something that's worth 250 gold. I pull out the pistol that I snuck from,
My gosh.
Are you trying to intimidate me?
Which
No.
pistol did you take from my character?
I don't know, I took a pistol and 2 bullets. This should be worth the gold.
He got a really high pickpocket score against your passive perception.
It should be worth the gold.
It's just
Better-
it's a simple pistol. It's not it's not anything that's magical.
Okay.
I smile at him. Is this worth the gold?
He looks at it, checks the chamber.
It's not loaded. I'm not dumb.
You always have to be safe. I don't need to blow your face off as he's looking at it. He holds it up, checks it out, checks the barrel for pitting and stuff like that.
I smile at him.
He sets it down. Unfortunately, I'm not a pawn shop. I need gold. Or the boss over there, and he jerks his head towards the woman in all of the bright clothing. She will kick my ass.
Fine. I'll be back. Can you have a down payment right now so I can get things set up in the room?
Sure.
Cool. Yeah, I put 50 down right now.
Okay. He slides you the key.
Okay. I'm going to go back down. I'm going to go back outside
Okay.
and go to a pawn shop that I can find.
All right. You find pawn shop quite close by. It's Troll Skull Alley has a lot of different shops and the like.
Cool. Misa wants to sell you something, and Misa wants a decent price for it.
All right.
You ever heard of it?
You see there's a bit of a heavier set bald man sitting there, arms crossed, wearing a black shirt. Yeah.
You ever heard of a gun?
Yeah.
Misa have one, and Misa wants to sell you one.
All right. right. I'm gonna have to get a specialist to look at that.
Fuck. Fine. Misa puts the pistol on the counter in its holster on the counter with 2 bullets.
He looks at it. He's like, I'm gonna have to get a hold of one of my specialists. He'll be in a little bit.
Fine.
As we pawn away from Pawn Stars to the next group.
Best I can do is 25 gold.
So, Honoria and Elway.
Mm-hmm.
Looking to you.
I definitely made the
since-
choice to chew on this before the meeting. Sorry.
Since I'm the one who offered the tour, I guess Elway will start leading Honoria around Waterdeep a bit. I need to make one quick roll to see how engrossed I get and how, like, autopilot. Oh, great. I go into autopilot mode, which means I go near Trollskull Alley. Fantastic.
As you're walking past Trollskull, you see Mugmug exiting, you see a or a normal human being exiting Trollskull, grumbling about things.
You have no idea, though.
As soon as we're
No
passing
idea.
it, as soon as we're like near it, and I see the woolly mammoth with the bells, I figure at this point Elway is kind of just like listing off like random things about like the culture of Waterdeep that he's learned from being in the city before to Honoria. Any questions that Honoria has, he just looks over at it and kind of goes, "Oh shit."
As you hear a very large trumpeting as the elephant looks to you. Oh, Elway, you're back! The awakened woolly elephant talks.
Elway again goes, "Oh shit."
The door slams open of Trollskull as you see this woman in very colorful clothing, in a very colorful, almost like a dancer's dress, reminiscent of Romani clothing. She flounces out of the room. Elway, you have returned, my friend! As she glomps onto you in a large, too long hug.
Just kind of stiffens and like, "Hello."
She looks right to you, Honoria, and just gives you a knowing wink. She backs up a bit. So you left for a while. You did not tell me where you were going.
Do I ever?
Unfortunately, not. And she pouts, her bottom lip sticking out. But
How's
it is
the
okay.
tavern?
Oh, tavern is wonderful. We have all the money coming in. We have guests. It's packed. It's packed to the tens. We have so many people. So many.
That is good. Good to hear.
Yes. So I am told.
Has my brother come by at all?
He came by looking for you recently. He said you also didn't tell him where you were going.
Yeah, he never tells me where he's going.
You should talk more.
We should, seeing as we're trying to start our own shops eventually.
No, like you. You should be more interpersonal.
This is one of my companions I met while I was gone. This is Honoria.
You see
Bow.
her full gaze turns to you, Honoria. She's like, you see her eyes go really wide as she does that. Your hair is so pretty! As she like just starts like admiring your hair. As you get the idea that she's one of those people that the lights might be on, but there's no one home.
Okay. let her, I guess, like fuss over me, but I guess I see that Elway is not in the mood, I guess. So, oh yes, thank you, and it's great to meet you. Elway, I know you really want to catch up with this person.
From behind her, Elway's just like doing the nope, don't, please don't say stuff like that.
No,
No,
and I
thank
feel
you kind of gestures.
I feel really bad, but and would you? We do have to be somewhere, and this is my guide because I don't know Waterdeep very well. So I'm so sorry, Elway and kind woman, but I think we have to leave because we have to be somewhere soon.
She pouts, and then she. I could go with you.
I know.
We could take the elephant.
No, we have to meet up with some other people for a job, and I'm afraid it is a little dangerous, so you probably shouldn't come along. That's kind of why Elway hasn't been telling anyone where he's been going, because high risk, high reward sort of deal. But
She looks to Elway and puts her bottom lip out, pouting. You know I'm better at danger than you are. Why can't I go?
You have a business to run.
Oh, yes. I could have
it
Sal.
was so lovely to meet you, but Elway, we really gotta.
I will come
Really gotta
visit
get going.
later.
You
I will
promise?
come visit later. Yes, and I will bring more people.
I will send Salvatore to find you if you do not.
And that's why I know that this will work, because I say I promise, and he will come after me.
It has been a few times, yes.
More than a few.
He could not find you last time.
No, I cannot.
Okay, I'm going to attend to the business. You go have fun with your new girlfriend as she flounces back into the building.
Elway lets out a big sigh at the last part. Just
That, like, I guess if we're walking away, that lower lip thing she kept doing. It's interesting. Didn't think she could make it any bigger than it already was.
quite a lot when she doesn't get her way.
There's a lot I can learn from people here.
Well, if you want to learn about that, you can go visit her whenever
That
you
was
want.
interesting
Keep
too.
her
The
attention away from me.
I would say give me an insight check,
that's
Anoria,
very interesting.
but we've already established that you are not good at people's social niceties.
I feel like socially, yes, because her insight is plus 11.
Yes.
So I think I got the idea that Elway did not want to be with her, but I don't understand what
You got the
I guess
impression that
social code is.
with that high of a insight and Elway very much not hiding it, you got the impression that she does that kind of thing a lot, where she pouts at him and all this sort of thing, and Elway is just kind of like, oh, please don't.
She seemed like she was disappointed, but also wasn't. It's an interesting combination. I think that's called manipulation. Interesting.
And we
Wow.
don't need to talk about it.
Oh, of course, sure.
Moving on, just gonna continue us on our little tour.
Of course, yes.
So where are you taking Honoria next?
Just around.
Well,
Were you trying to Elway try to make that into like a segue to the next group, as in this was our tour, and then segue to whoever's
No,
doing
because
whatever
I was
next, or-
also going to ask Honoria if she had anything she wanted to shop for, or if she's just looking to like people watch.
looking to people watch because Bailey doesn't know what the heck is going on and what we're doing, so Bailey is walking into this unprepared.
Cool.
Yes, if there's something that I
Then-
should get or something like that, rest of the group let me know. But otherwise,
I mean,
Then
you're not with me. I can't tell you. It's been a little while.
Elway will take Honoria to the Yawning Portal.
Okay.
Do have a crystal item, by the way. Crystal ball. Maybe I might need another diamond. Oh wait, no, I have a couple. I still have a couple diamonds. Never mind. We're good. Also have a coin of the Moon Elf Matron. But it's only when we are up north, so yeah, we'll just continue to people watch or whatever.
Okay.
Take her to the Yawning Portal, one of the best places to people watch.
Absolutely. As you come into this this tavern, and the first thing you notice is there's a large hole in the floor. This is dozens of feet wide, and every now and again they take a. You see people attempting to go down into the pit, but the tavern owner Durnan currently has the pit boarded up currently with a sign saying "closed for repairs." Consistently having to turn people away from the pit. But there is a variety. This seems to be the adventurer hub of the city. And there is dozens upon dozens of people to people watch with. And while you're here, going back to the last group. So Dantalus, Astrum, and Saveshna.
Okay. I just want to point out that maple roasted almonds sound absolutely fucking delicious, and now I'm hungry.
If they weren't almonds, they would be fantastic. Like cashews sound like they'd be fantastic that way.
Oh, just leave it alone, Kelly. I know it's a nut joke, but just leave it alone. Moving on. Moving on.
And that's what we
Anyways.
call character growth.
I said Kelly. I didn't say Dantalus.
I didn't say it was Dantalus that had the character.
Oh, real life character.
That's fair.
All right, so what are you guys doing here?
Guess we're headed to the library.
Yeah, I'm following my two sources here for
Oh no.
taking me to places of knowledge.
All right, absolutely. So you guys are taken to a library just in the castle ward. This seems to be quite the place. It's a 3-story building and takes up probably a good fifth of a city block. Large amount of knowledge is stored here. You open up the door as a bronze dragonborn greets you. Hello, what can I help you with? Welcome to the library. I am Jared. Good to meet you all.
Jared, pleasure. I'll flash the family crest. I'm looking for some books or scrolls on ancient Nethril, specifically any known archmages, and potentially any information on any archlich that may exist. Perhaps one by the name of Leroux?
Ooh, well, let me take a look. Then he goes to he bustles over to an index behind a desk, and you see it's a magical contraption. It seems very much reminiscent of a bag of holding, but it's like an infinite codex that, or like Rolodex, that just keeps going through, and he's. You said, do you know how to spell that?
LaRoe? I believe it's Laroe, perhaps?
I'm not finding anything. Let me look at archliches. No archliches. We have Zererek, Vecna.
No. I always heard that when anybody came back with like some well thought out knowledge and stuff really good from this library, I said, "Oh, well, who did you go to?" And they always said, "Oh, he went to Jared."
No, we didn't.
You.
Damn it, Kelly! I laughed too hard at that.
I knew it was coming. I was waiting
That
for
was
it.
awful.
It took longer than I
terrible.
thought.
I was waiting
Go
for a
away.
time to like segue in
Turn
because
off
I
your
didn't.
screen. No, mute him, Ken.
That was fun.
Give Bailey
That was
admin rights so she
For
can
you,
mute.
yeah.
He just looks up. I think you're thinking of my cousin Kay, who's a jeweler, but that's okay.
Oh god, and the follow up. I love it.
Well, you all deserve the worst.
I am
I hate you
staying out of
both.
this one.
And
This is what you get for
I
hanging
feel-
out with Americans. I mean, it's just you put yourself in really
bad
poor
puns
company.
have their place
Don't
only
lump
if
me
I
into
make
there.
them. No one else can.
Hey, I am the king of dad jokes.
That was just awful.
So- Actually, no.
Wow.
I will give the king of dad jokes title to Dave in the group because he's
Maybe
always
that's
keeping
why.
us
It's
laughing.
because it sounds too much like dad jokes. Awful.
All right, but he's let's see here. I found known archliches. I'm not finding anything. Do you know the country of origin for this individual?
Perhaps cross-reference with the Shadowfell.
Okay. Let's see. She's going through, and eventually, I found something. It's not in the right spelling.
What spelling do you have?
It is. Let's see here. L-A-R. Where did it
Oh,
go?
that's not even anywhere near what I had. I had LEROW.
Oh, where did it go? LARLOCH. La Roche. That's the closest I can find. But he was registered last known sighting as a lich, working for the Red Wizards of Thay. Last seen in the conflict between the Netherese and the Thayans around Neverwinter before the Cataclysm. And Dantalus, how old is Dantalus? 135, right?
No, I'm 3. Hold
Okay.
on.
So you were a child when the Cataclysm, which this Dragonborn is referring to, happened canonically. It was a large mountain exploded, covering all of Neverwinter in magma. The entire
Okay.
city was buried. Thousands upon thousands of people died. But the odd thing was the lava moved in an unnatural way back to a mountain, back to the volcano in which it came from. When it was done, it then proceeded to go back into the volcano, and years later, the dwarven hall known as Gauntlgrim was discovered beneath that volcano.
I will pass that information on just in case that Lady Saveshna, this would help her out at all. It'll be like, oh wait, that sounds familiar, and then basically just repeat everything you just said. Not verbatim, because I don't know that lore very well at all.
Interesting. Anything on Nethril Archmages? Perhaps one by the name of Rogalith?
Rogalith, now that is one that is more known. Rogalith was known to be, last we knew, aligned with the Yuan-Ti after a failed expedition to Chult, trying to find some artifact of power. We've had several people looking into him recently, actually.
Anyone I might know? Perhaps we could trade notes.
I don't know anyone that you might. There was a masked lord of Waterdeep that came in asking. Can't tell you who they are, though, because I don't know. And then there was a woman known as the Seer came in.
Does that strike any bells with me at all?
You'll know the Seer is, she's very well known across the Sword Coast as being one of the world's best divination wizards. Being completely blind, she has a pseudo-dragon familiar that are her eyes, essentially. But she is a Shao woman, but very, very powerful in divination magics.
Is she like typically in Waterdeep, or does she travel around?
She tends to stay in Waterdeep for the most part, but she is known to travel if there are world events happening. She is known to herald and gather adventurers just before cataclysms happen to try to help thwart them off.
Interesting.
Okay.
You know, I actually think I remember running into her one time when I was here performing. She was able to see through one of my acts, and she actually gave me a couple pointers to fix a couple of them up to make them look a little more stage ready and a little more believable, which is actually quite nice.
Perhaps we should pay her a visit. Anything else on this Rogalith? You say he was aligned with the Yuan-Ti. Does it say anything of his power? Any preferred schools of magic? Any known tricks?
No, it does not say. Most archliches, our information is very limited on, as break-ins are known to happen into libraries quite frequently around here, and
This is for the Archmage of Nethril, not the Archlich. Rogalith.
Rogalith is Rogalith is also he's not classified as an archlich, but a lich. Currently in our things, but
a lich.
However, information is not well known. As like I was saying, it's a problem all across the Faerun of libraries are often burgled and information is destroyed.
Quick question. When I met Roglith, or I kind of met his mind or whatever, did he seem like a lich to me?
There was no way of telling. You were just going up against his psyche.
Okay.
There was no visual of him
Okay.
in that.
So he may very well be a lich at this point. I don't know. All right, got it.
The only thing that you felt was power.
Well, I suppose the only question I have now is, Shadowfell. Are there any known safe entrances and exits?
The shadow.
Any maps, perhaps?
We don't have maps in the like of the Shadowfell. Those have been systematically scrubbed. It's actually illegal for us to own them in Waterdeep,
So-
as it is dangerous knowledge to have the ability to go to the Shadowfell.
Jared, just a quick question. I mean, I
Yes.
understand the laws here, but would there be other libraries that may contain this knowledge that you would know about that maybe don't? They skirt the finer laws of the nation.
I'm legally not allowed to say where you can find contraband information. If it's illegal in Waterdeep, it's definitely illegal to tell you where to find it. And I'm sorry, but the Code Legal is solid, and I do not wish to be flogged in the streets.
Oh no. Well, how about this? Is there any information that's legal to research here, but unfortunately, it's not available here due to the rarity? Is there another place that we could go to get it?
See, now you're asking the right questions. You could always... Candlekeep is one of the largest libraries. However, getting into Candlekeep is difficult because you need knowledge that the Candlekeep does not possess to gain admittance.
We could actually, since we're already here, petition any of the Masked Lords or the Black Staff himself.
You could ask the Blackstaff herself, yes. As well as petition the Masked Lord. That is something that you could do. It is very... Adventurers of your fame definitely could.
As apparently one was in here researching the very same things. And we do need to stop by the seer.
Yes, you could find her. She tends to be at a local tea parlor most of the days. People go there to seek her wisdom.
Wait, haven't we met her before?
I don't think so.
Not seer.
Okay. I believe I know the one. Well, Dantalus, did you have anything you were,
Oh, just a few. I would like to research anything that references the maze, not the spell, but particularly in reference to what our friend that we resurrected was talking about. She kept referencing the maze when you enter the maze, and see if there's any kind of a ancient or historical reference to something along those lines, as far as escaping the maze or entering a maze or melting a maze. I think she had said that as well. I would like to see if they have anything on Dendar. Lady Sylvestra already touched base on Netheril, but if there's anything else, I would like to touch base on that. And then specifically, I would like to do a little research on Death Knights, Nightmare Beasts, and Planetars.
Okay. So the information about the Death Knights and that stuff are easily enough found. Depending on the time frame that you'd like to spend searching for that information, gives you different amounts of various information. As far as what was the first part again?
Netheril, Dendar, and references to the maze. Like, not as in specifically not the spell maze, but like anything that travelers lost in the maze, or things like that. Because she kept saying the maze over and over and over.
You don't find any reference to a maze in regards to Dendar and the like. Simply due to the fact that the god that is in question, Ubtao, is not a known god anymore. They have faded from existence, pretty much.
Okay.
And is a localized deity to Chult. However, Dendar, you do find a book about Dendar, pretty much decrying Dendar and saying how awful Dendar is in multiple facets. As Saveshna, you notice the insignia. There's no author written on the book, but you do notice your family's crest on the spine of the book.
Would you mention that to me later before I write this down, or no?
It's not like the public crest either. It is a private family crest that Yanti use.
I probably wouldn't point this out right now.
Yeah.
No, later. Would you point this out to me later? Like, hey, by the way.
Um,
I'm asking this because I don't want to take a note of it and then not be able to, and not reference it later.
I don't know that I would.
Okay, I'll put it in.
I think actually what I might try and do is I want that book.
Yeah, it's the whole book is a manifesto against Dendar,
Okay.
decrying Dendar and praising Siseth in its place and how.
I'll thumb through it real fast and see if I can find anything in there that is useful, like something that I don't know.
Okay.
For the three, the Death Knight, the Nightmare Beast, and the Planetar, after we finish this, I can just say that I'll spend late night here and research these specific creatures, like, just in detail. The last thing, though, after he mentioned Candlekeep, I would like to research Candlekeep because I have an idea outside as a player, but I want to be able to use that in game with that knowledge.
Easy enough. You spend a late night here at the library.
Okay,
cool. Is he like constantly watching us with all these books?
He's hovering. He's not like always watching, but he's in the room with you guys.
I would like to try and do a sleight of hand to recover the book.
Okay.
Actually, before I do this, would I know if it's okay for me to be like, hey, this is my family's crest as a noble family. I would like to reclaim this item.
So you would know that. So the way the crest is there, it's more of a signature than a claim to the book. It's more of like an author's mark. But for those who don't want to put their name out there, but still be known by their crowd.
Okay. Was there anything in the book that?
Not particularly. It does say that through powerful enough necromantic energy, Dendar can be awakened, and Seth would have to ally with traitor gods to put them down, and that
Okay.
is frowned upon.
Oh.
You know, I will leave the book here, but I actually want to cast Locate Object on that symbol to see if there are any other books in this library that
Okay.
have that marking on it.
Okay. You find essentially. You find another book, many ways away from this section. The same symbol on it. Slimmer tome this time. And this is written in Draconic. And it seems to be a tome of Seth. Religious practices, worship rites, funeral rites, the like. More of an educational. But the handwrite it is a first edition book and it is handwritten, and you definitely immediately recognize your mother's handwriting.
Okay. I'll just put the book back.
Okay.
All right.
I was
Astro,
going to ask if I was I'm pretty oblivious due to my
You're-
lack of.
you're absorbed into a different book on the other side of the library.
Okay.
So while they're once they're heavily engaged, Astrom almost sheepishly goes up to Jared and says, I'm interested in learning about the rise of the Red Knight to divinity.
The Red Knight into Divinity.
I know the story from a lore perspective, but I didn't know if you had anything in depth on the subject.
Let me. Yes. That's Exarch, the Red Knight. Yes.
Making stuff on the spot.
Yes. The Red Knight. An Exarch of Tempest. She's known to be the Lord of Battle.
From what I've read, it says she was elevated to divinity by Tempest himself.
Yes, the books and education that we have says that she looked upon Tempest as a father figure. And let's see here. And she was elevated to divinity by Tempest to balance Garagos' destructive aims. Yes.
Are you aware of any other deities who were raised to divinity by another deity?
Give me a moment, and I will find out for you. I do know that there are several times in history, like the time of Troubles, there was quite a lot of usurpation and change. I know that Mistra, the god of magic, or goddess of magic, became Mistrul, or vice versa. I don't really exactly remember off the top of my head, but there's been a lot of times moving where gods die, gods change nature. Also, during the time of the spell plague, there was a few gods that wove themselves back into the weave in order to stabilize magic as we know. Off the top of my head, though, I do not. Oh, this is a homebrew page.
So, okay.
Often, one I do know that was raised was the Raven Queen herself as well. She was raised up as a god after she married. She married a god and was given the power to be a god. Usurped that power, killed her husband, the whole like, and became more than what she was.
What of becoming a demigod?
Demigods, that's an easier process. Usually one must at least be born from the seed of a deity.
Is that
or-
something that a wish spell could attain?
A wish spell might. However,
Oh no!
however, things relating to that are... There's a lot of ifs with that. The wish spell, I don't know if you know, has a large chance of failing if it's not within the limits of the spell, burning out that wizard's ability to ever use that spell again.
See.
Why are you attempting to do something?
No,
stupid?
purely academic.
Academic. I see. There is lots of interesting things about this. I can find you some books, but the temples are most likely your best bet at finding answers here, as they're more akin to the nature of deities than a lowly librarian like myself is.
Right. Well, thank you for your time. I do appreciate it, Jared.
It's my pleasure. By the way, Astrum, chat gave you a reroll for making me do research on the spot.
I did. I mean, full disclosure, I did DM him the article before I asked the question, so.
That is... Oh, you did.
You didn't even see it.
I did not get that yet. No. When I'm streaming, I don't have the ability to pan. To have the notifications on Discord. So I try to keep my phone up so I can see it come through, but I didn't get the notification that it came through on my phone's Discord chat.
I will take that inspiration though and run with it.
But some Google foo got me where I needed to go. So with that, however, we are at our halfway point for the night. So we are going to take a 10-minute intermission. We will come back and we will go from there tonight, guys. So, guys, take about 10 minutes, be back, and we shall return.
Trevor, did you get my message?
Hello, and thank you so much, Mr. Shanks, and your player and your viewers for the raid. Super appreciative of that. We're on break when you did your raid. We're back now. So welcome everyone. Welcome back. Last we left off, the party was going through and doing some research. Mug rented a room for 180 days for reasons. Elway and Honoria were going around touring the city. So we're going to pan back to Mug right now. So Mug, hi.
Yes. Hi.
Back at the pawn shop, the person who's sitting there behind the counter, finally their friend shows up. And it's a gnome from the Temple of God, large bushy mustache, coming down almost to past his chin, and almost like a Fu Manchu sort of thing. Big bushy brown mustache, large green hat, short stature, and wearing like green clothing. He's like, that looks like a nice little pistol you got there.
I got a gun. How much you want to buy it for?
Me? Yeah. I don't like smoke powder or black powder, both of the which are. He's like, my brother ended up blowing his hand off with it. Yeah.
Sucks. How much is it worth?
If you were to buy it from a shop, 100 or 250 gold.
How much can I sell it to this guy here for? Don't look at him, look at me.
That's not my job. I'm just here telling you what the value is of it. All right. He looks to the guy. Have a good day. You too.
Okay.
The guy in the black shirt crosses his arm. Best I can do is 50 for it.
What? He literally just said 250.
Yeah, and
How about this? I'll make you a deal.
I
Sell it to you for 200. Hold on. Sell it for 200 and I'll throw in the 2 bullets.
Well, listen to my thing. It's going to sit on my shelf for a little while. I have to advertise that I have it. I have to make a profit. I'm owning a business here. That 50 gold difference, that's a hard, it's not much of a margin for me. I can do 100.
Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't need to advertise the fact you have a gun. You have a gun. You could sell it for 250 easy, throw the bullets in for 10 gold each. You know they're going to sell.
Most people don't know what that is.
Exactly.
So how would
The right buyer is going to come in. It might sit on the shelf, but look how tiny it is. It's a pistol. Also, this place looks mighty This place looks mighty reputable. Don't you agree? And you being a pawnbroker, you might know some people that are mighty reputable, right? Let's someone might want to buy that. Some very reputable person might want to buy that.
As
You get my drift.
He goes to like scratch his nose in a way, but you see he waggles his fingers in a way. Do you know thieves can't?
Not dwarvish.
Does not help you there.
Nope.
He's like, best I'll do is 100.
Is there any way I could persuade you to do 200?
Look, man, 100's best I can do. I got more.
Can I
stuff
roll
gotta do.
persuasion? Can I roll persuasion?
No. He walks off.
Why don't you just... Oh my god, there's so many easier ways to do this, but this is amazing.
Next comes, you see there is a like a penguin like individual. Just around the in the building, he It's literally about a 4-foot tall penguin, wearing a jacket and here. Psst, psst.
Yes.
You wanna sell?
Yes.
You said 200.
200.
Is it legal?
I mean,
Or the serial numbers filed off.
Do you have the transfer papers?
not on me.
Is he a licensed FCC dealer?
Do you,
I currently do not have the papers on me.
175 gold.
200 include the bullets.
190.
Deal.
As you hand over the gun, the penguin just puts it underneath its wing and just looks as sketchy as it can. By the way, for those of you watching, it's not just a random ass penguin. It's an actual race in D&D that they added in Spelljammer. The penguins are it's like a race of penguin-like creatures that are willing to buy and sell anything, but as part of their racial features, they have to make the sale as sketchy as possible, even if it's a completely legal item to buy and sell.
Is this a playable race?
I don't. No, I don't think it is, but it's in the Spelljammer stuff. I seen it the other day when I was reading it through it, and it's fucking great.
That could be a lot of fun. Oh,
I was
God.
kind of hoping that they're going to make the Killer Clowns a playable race.
If you want to do that, look up Heckna's The Revelia. It's a third party that has a lot of that stuff. Our moderator in the chat, our moderator in the server, Jask, he's actually a big part of that.
He runs it once or twice a week. Like it's popular. Yeah,
it's a very cool third party. But
Cool. So I'm gonna go back over to the bar.
The penguin never gave you the gold. He just took the pistol.
Well, I wouldn't have taken the pistol without the gold first.
You said you handed him the pistol. He waddles away, and you just see there's a small pouch on the cupboard or the shelf next to it where he was standing.
Okay, I was about to send him to Avernus. The opposite of where a penguin would go.
I mean, I would just like to point out, because you have the wish spell, you literally could have made something worth like 25,000 gold, but
And lost the ability to cast Wish?
a 33% chance.
No, I'm not wasting that. Anyways, so yeah. I have the gold. Is it 190?
Oh yeah, there's 189 gold in there.
Fair enough. I'll give him the 1 gold for sketch.
He rounded.
I'm gonna go back over to the Troll Skull.
Okay.
And I'm going to go find the Drugar person.
Okay, you find Salvador, which he never introduced himself, but
It's fine.
he's sitting there back in the same corner.
I put the 150 gold down.
He just puts his mug over top of it and just slides it back.
Okay. I have 2 rules for this room. Don't worry, they're not bad. I am to enter, and a small goblin named Mugmug is allowed to enter.
It's your room for the next 180 days. I don't give a flying fuck what you do with it.
I know.
You're paying for it.
But I'm telling you, I would rather not very many people know that this room is rented unless me, whose name is
What room?
Arson? Huh?
What room? As he just drinks his ale?
Exactly. I'm gonna put down another 2 gold and say, also I'm hungry.
You have to talk to that one for food. As he points to the woman flouncing about.
I'll in a few minutes. And I'm gonna go down and begin what we talked about pregame.
Okay.
The longer one first.
Okay.
For your guys' knowledge, Mugmug is not going to be active for the next 2 days. So you guys can do whatever you want for 2 days, and Mugmug is not going to be there.
As long as you're not trying to destroy the city or summoning a titan or doing some other crazy shit, I think we're all good.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
What?
You heard me.
No, I didn't. Mugmug's not there.
My first thought was Simulacrum, but
Simulacrum? Yeah, that's what I was thinking
yeah,
too.
that one. But that only takes 12 hours.
Man, it's Mugmug. You never know what this guy's doing.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, so Mugbug starts that. Going back to... All right, you found it before I could find it. Cool. Going back to Honoria and Elway. What are you guys doing at this point?
Probably still just people watching at the yawning portal.
Yeah, kind of just. I don't know. Imagine like rest stop sort of deal. If not, like maybe I'll have gone somewhere high up and nature filled and just done like not like the spell commune, but just like try to like meditate and connect with my god sort of thing and talk to him and stuff and just kind of like re-ground, recenter myself and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay.
Elway would have definitely gotten drinks at the yawning portal because of my promise to visit later.
You're preparing yourself.
Yes.
All right. At your situation, you see there is quite a lot going on in this bar. There's been quite a few fights that have broken out due to so many adventurers being in one place. And as we all know, adventurers have very strong opinions of themselves and of what they do, and sometimes those opinions clash. And so there's quite a few fights, especially when alcohol is involved.
I think that was like a involved and imbibed, like together. It works.
Yes. I got distracted because notification that popped up on the stream. Thank you, by the way, Vic Strauss, for the follow.
Yay!
So you're sitting there, and all this is going on. At one point, a song breaks out, and the bard in question that was singing, suddenly the song gets stopped short as someone throws from across the area a large tankard of ale, and it hits into their lute, and with a stringed instrument being very abruptly hit, everyone turns and looks as you see the battle ensue of a bardic style diss battle as these two bards go back and forth, doing essentially slam poetry against each other, using their silver tongues to try to beat the other into submission. Both of them, you see, as the battle's going on, blood starting to seep from their nose and their ears as their brain is literally melting from the vicious mockery that keeps being cast back and forth at each other.
Mm-hmm. A typical day at the Yawning Portal.
Were their arms heavy?
This week.
A little bit of mom's spaghetti.
I mean, spaghetti is the main special of the day at the Yawning Portal.
Is there vomit on his sweater already?
I'm just laughing at the angry bard noises.
So, like, obviously, they can't do a night drop. It's got to be a loot drop.
As you just see Durnan just sitting there pinching the bridge of his nose as this is all going on. But so that's your time at the Yawning Portal.
Mm-hmm. Typical day at the Yawning Portal.
Absolutely. Panning back over to the
I feel like Elway is sort of known here for, if in town, is at Yawning Portal, because eventually I will have to deal with going to
you
tavern.
you have a reputation of being a business owner that doesn't like his own business because of his partners.
Yep.
So you end up going.
Shit, I forgot Elway owns part of that thing.
Yes. Uh-huh. Trust me, I was thinking about it the entire time you were doing it. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna know everything about that.
That's a problem.
That's a problem for later, Mug.
Yep. Not for now, Mug. Alright, sorry, continue.
Alright, so panning back to the group, Dantalus, you're going to be at the library all night if you're studying what you want to do. Yes. Is Astrum and Saveshna staying with Dantalus, or are they going to be doing something else at this point?
I apparently need to go speak to my mother.
I have plans to head out to a temple area so we can split the party even more.
If anyone needs anything else researched, feel free to stop by and just drop off a list, and I will put it on my list for staying up, because I am pulling whatever to refer that to is a all-nighter. So it'll be a thing. I got research on my mind. On my brain. I'm there. So.
Nerd.
Okay, so you're looking. Oh, I don't want to do that. Stop. I don't know why it never lets me put GIFs in the chat. Oh, there it is. Okay.
I do know that I need to collect some spell components, possibly, so I can just kind of spend the money on that, so that I can just know that I have it. I can do that spell. Things like an ointment from the eyes that costs 25 gold pieces for true seeing, sort of deal. Stuff.
How much do you need?
I don't know, just in case I want to cast it more than once, I'd probably do at least like 2.
We have $3,840 in party gold in party gold. So we have 3,840.
So speaking of that, as you guys are starting to walk through, so Saveshna, you're starting to head towards your mother.
3,810.
And Astrum, you start heading to the Temple District. You feel something on your shoulder, Saveshna, settle.
Like a hand or something?
No, like some sort of small winged animal that is noodly in shape. You look over as you see a very slim flying snake upon your shoulder.
I'll let Tiffany kind of do the little tongue thing, you know, where they're checking each other out.
The snake looks to you, and it burns up quickly on your shoulder into a puff of smoke, as you just see a brief flash of a symbol in the air for the broker in which was selling your gems.
Mm. Well, first things first, I assume I'm being beckoned. And I will head to the broker.
Okay. It doesn't take you long to get to the broker. You weren't too terribly far away from the dock ward from where you were at. It's just about a half-hour walk. Less if you decide to take a carriage or hire a palanquin to take you, as is very, very possible to do in Waterdeep. But you get there, you see two of the three boats that were in the harbor last time there, as you see one of them going out further into the ocean.
I will head towards the last boat I was on.
Okay. So you head towards one of the boats that were there. As you see, yet again, all of the individuals that are all very same on the deck. They look at you and see you immediately and nod as someone comes up and hands you a chest. And it's heavy. And it clinks.
I'll slide it into my bag of holding, I guess.
Okay, so
Is it like a huge chest, or is it like a...
the amount of gold that he still owed you, it would have been a large chest.
Okay, so it's not going in the bag.
No, you'd have to like open it and then in the middle of the street just start pouring the gold into the bag. Or you can try finding a private place to do that, so you're not just like on the busy streets and the docks.
Oh no. Sebastian will look at... Well, I assume that means our business is concluded.
It is.
And my soul coin is to be returned to me as per the deal, since we both held up our ends.
It's in the box.
I will just require a couple porters to transfer the chest to my family's estate.
We can do it for 50 gold.
A paltry sum.
They nod and they take up the chest.
Alright, and I will walk with them to my family's estate.
Okay.
Saveshna, can I add that to the party gold, or do you want me to wait?
I don't know what's in it yet.
Oh yeah, I know what's in it. Well, at least I assume I know what's in it.
You don't know what's looked.
Ken and I had a conversation, sir. But be wrong, or ma'am.
I mean, once we get to the point to where, yeah, I can give it back to the party, yeah. It's going to the bank.
So, on your way to your family's estate, this is a bit of a longer hike as you are going to the more affluent areas of the city, and even that it's at the outskirts by the wall. And as you know, your family has had need to sometimes, occasionally in the past, to get out of the city quickly.
having a private dock is useful, especially when no one else knows about it.
Absolutely. As you do have a private grotto that is hidden with illusionary spells through tunnels and the like underneath the house. But you come up to the gated estate. As you see the subtle serpentine decor that, to the trained eye, you can discern very quickly. But for the passerby, it just looks like very fluid architecture, reminiscent of Elventree or other places that have more flowing... Or Silverymoon, not Elventree, Silverymoon.
I will just announce myself to the gate guard. Get a couple butlers to bring this chest inside and take it down to the family treasury. I will attend to it shortly.
We can do that. That's fair. As they see you and they recognize you instantly as they let you in and start doing your bidding. Would you like to see the mistress of the house?
Of course.
We will arrange it, as they bow deeply to you. It doesn't take long. You are ushered right in where you would assume might be your mom's study upstairs. You're actually instead taken down into the basement, into what looks to be a smaller basement and for a house this large. But with fluid moves, the staff opens up this secret passage that leads to the hidden antechambers underneath your house. As you come in, you see the very first room is what you know to be your mom's clerical room. As you see your mom from the waist up, arms coated, chest coated, face coated in gore and blood. As you see upon the stone altar in front of her with the Seth iconography, there is a body that has been bled dry, with its chest being cut out on the table.
How goes the prayers?
Very well. We've got this one. It was a stowaway on one of the local boats. No one will miss him, and no one will come asking.
Well, you might be surprised I was at the library earlier today doing some reading.
Yes. Oh, by the way, welcome home. I know it's been a while.
I will stay as long as I can, but I believe I'm needed elsewhere soon. And I will take off the hood.
You see her her eyes go black with avarice. You see, usually her pupils are more human-like, but as soon as she sees that, her pupils expand to like almost entirely darkness. As she's like, "Where did you get that?"
I have been busy in Chult, trying to stop the resurrection of Dindar, and so far have only delayed it.
Well, a delay is better than an active god coming out to go after everyone. How did you get yourself into this, dear daughter?
Well, some powerful fey creature whisked me away. I'm sure you noticed I had been missing for a while.
After a while, yes. I thought you were just on one of your jaunts for a while, to be honest. I sent people to look after a while. But you didn't return home for your duties.
Since we helped lift the death curse,
I've heard that
I
was
found
you.
the crown, and I'd been keeping it hidden as best I could until an opportune moment.
So I take it you found our ancient family home.
Hmm, what's left of it? I wouldn't say it's our home. It's mostly full of Dindar worshippers, or what's left of them after I've slaughtered so many.
It hasn't been
Bullshit.
our home for many,
Bullshit.
many years, but our family hails from there. Many, many, many generations ago, we used to live there. But when
It's-
Dendar rose and the whole primeval war that happened on Schult, we left.
Well, it's overrated if you ask me. But if we like our home now, then, well, we may have to do more to stop Dindar. I was doing some research and came across a couple of your books in the library.
That's
Not your name, but your handwriting for sure. And
fair.
I found that one of the hidden masked lords of Waterdeep, as well as the seer herself, had both been researching the same subjects as me.
I can see the seer doing that because she knows more than she ever will let on, and she lets on to a lot. However, this masked lord is interesting. We don't know who they are. That's the point of being a masked lord. But it's not for a lack of trying. I can put inquiries in. See if we can't figure out which masked lord was inquiring.
It'd be nice to know if they're friend and foe in this. I was contemplating speaking with the seer to see what she might know.
She might be a good spot if you need buy-in from the bleeding hearts of your group.
Oh, I'm sure I will need some help. I have a issue. I have made a deal with a powerful Netherese Archmage, potentially a Lich at this point, to help defeat Dindar
You
and
see
prevent his rise.
she crosses her arms in front of her, and you see her get a bit cross. You know our family avoids warlock habits.
This is nothing so crude. It's more like a friendly two-way deal. Just a simple guess. As long as I uphold my end of the bargain, they'll uphold theirs.
I don't like it, but
Mm.
you are grown, and as long as you don't embarrass the family, do what you need to do.
It was the best of a bad set of choices. But this, Rogalith, I know he worked with the Yuan-Ti in the past.
She looks contemplatively into the ether. Yes, he's actually the one that helped our family leave.
Well, he's trapped in the Shadowfell, and my part of the deal is to free him.
He's one that likes to pull both sides of the strings. So if he's made a deal with you, he's probably made the same deal with multiple others, hedging his bets. We stopped working with him when we were found out he was also supplying the other Yuan-Ti that we were fleeing from our location. he was assisting our exodus, but also causing us harm.
Well,
So be
regardless, the deal has been made.
just be careful is all I ask. Our family
Now.
have history.
So
With your
basically,
books.
the guy was like taking payment and like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna get you guys out of here. Let me take your gold." And then was sort of like, "Hey, I'll take your gold. I'll give you like that's where they're at." And just playing both sides.
Pretty much, yeah.
Jeez.
Well, now, in your book, you mentioned Seth having to join with the Betrayer Gods to stop Dendar.
Yes. Legend has it that sorry about that. The legend has it that, well, a long time ago, Ubtao created the land of Chult. And in the process, he had set up a maze around him. And in doing so, in creating the land and creating this place, had some unexpected results. It splintered Ubtao's being. His shadow became his primeval antithesis. Ishaudao was born. Ishaudao was the shadow giant, or as the Cheltons called him, the shadow of Ubtao. And it gained its own divinity and seeked to destroy or annul anything that Ubtao had accomplished. With this, drew the attention of other primordials at the time. At the time, Dendar the Night Serpent and Seth were primordials, not yet deities. And they decided that they needed to fight against Ubtao and his shadow to scoop up the power that they both had while they were distracted. However, Dendar gained too much power. Dendar ate the sun out of the sky and caused all of the elder gods to one by one join together with Ubtao to defeat Dendar. However, Ubtao betrayed the elder gods and retreated back to Chult, his home. However, Ubtao, before he did this, made an agreement with the rest of the Faerunian pantheon that they would guard the peaks of flames for the day when Dendar the Night Serpent would enter Toril and end the world. This is all myth and the like. But it says that Dendar is trapped behind a gargantuan iron door that seals the realm of the dead, and it is sealed away from Toril.
I believe it's onyx, not iron.
Well, like I said, these are myths, not facts, but all myths and legends are based in some sort of fact.
So where would these peaks be?
That we do not know. These locations have been lost for a while, and as you know, of being in Chult for a while, there is no such thing as a complete map of Chult, as the jungles prevent cartographers from getting into it. So, but involving Seth, during the time of troubles in the Year of the Shadow, Ubtao took the form of a Tyrannosaurus who hunted in the jungles of Chult. The Batira goblins, they began to worship him as a different deity. They thought he was one of their own. However, that is besides the point. During the exile of this, avatars of Ubtao and Seth, the
Ken?
great... Yes?
Just a question. Ubtao wasn't the king of feathers, right? And we accidentally killed Ubtao and didn't know it?
I'm not answering that.
Oh, fuck.
Avatars of Ubtao and Seth clashed in a fierce battle in the eastern parts of the jungle. This is known as the Gods' War of Chult. After this, they clashed many times and changed the way the continent looked. Eventually, a shadow was absorbed by Shar, and Ubtao lost a base of his power. Seth at this point was defeated by Ubtao, Ubtao being the mightier deity at the time, though with the weakness of Shar absorbing a shadow. Ubtao decided to consolidate, and finally, eventually, his influence ceased, and he rested, so the legends say. Now, with Ubtao gone, rumor has it that his deals with the rest of the pantheon are broken, and for some time, religion of other gods were not allowed into the land of Chult. But now, worshippers of Joaquin, Gond, Savra, Soon, and Timora litter the continent of Chult. However, Seth was not abandoned there. He was defeated, yes. But they will all join forces against Dendar, should Dendar reappear once again.
Well, I'm sure he is going to reappear. And sooner rather than later. I don't know how much time we have to prepare, but I need to find this mage and free him. Whatever Rogalith has done in the past, I will temporarily overlook it.
It is brave of you to make that choice. So, will you join me in prayer?
Of course.
As you having this entire conversation over a mutilated corpse, dripping blood, being exsanguinated right there. As you start to participate in the rituals of Seth, I'm not going to go into too much more detail from that, but I will let you use your imaginations on what that entails from you guys all being prisoners at one point in the Yanti Temple.
I'm sorry, you mean what it entrails, not entails.
All right. We've now pan over.
My last one, Bailey. I'm done. I swear, it's my last joke. I'm done. Okay.
The greatest thing is the delay it took to get to her. for the
They had to go
reaction.
back. Oh yeah.
I think it's just the distance. I was rolling my eyes so hard that it took a while for the rest of my body to engage. Like a, it's a good time.
But Astrum, going to you. You were heading to the Temple District. Sorry, it has taken a while to get to you, Astrum.
It's okay. No worries at all. I've been enjoying listening.
This is a heavy lore dump.
Yeah, no, like you guys are like actively like, hey, let's research stuff. Let's do like so.
We're casting the legend lore spell 6 times.
Just without needing the spell.
Yep.
So,
All right. So Legend Astrum is headed to the Temple District after getting some directions, and he's trying to find basically like a pantheon temple that will have worship areas to multiple gods.
Okay. So there is the majority of the temple district here is individual temples. However, there is a large open courtyard, almost like a bazaar, that has a lot of open air. If you've ever played like Skyrim and stuff like that, like the little mini effigies that are like the little busts.
Yeah.
A lot of these on pedestals, and the average person can go and pray at the statues, and they have clergy advising and giving sacraments and the like. As you see, most of the good aligned deities represented here, and you do not see any neutral or evil deities represented in this courtyard at all.
Okay. He is going to try to find someone who looks like they oversee, not necessarily a cleric of a particular faith, but someone who more oversees this area.
Okay. You see what looks to be a man, very similar to Honoria's complexion, with the like the paler skin, the flecks of gold, and the like.
I thought you meant like the diamond shiny.
No, not like
shimmery.
that. Before the diamond skin treatment. Before Honoria got
For the
bedazzled.
full body highlighter, yeah.
The armor plating.
Yeah.
You see a man. Very much of Honoria's previous complexion of an Asimar. And he's holding. You see a very large lance is on his back that he touches nervously while overlooking all of this, and he has several different holy symbols upon his neck.
Okay. I make my way up to this individual.
He looks at you. You see he's wearing almost a very Grecian style of helmet, almost Roman, and looks at you. Hello, it is. What can I help you with, my child?
My name is Astrum Argenti, and I am a Templar of the Silver Flame. I come from a different land, and I bring with me a god of goodness that I want to be honored among your deity here. I have the coin, and I'm wondering if I can set up an effigy to the flame after explaining the faith and assuring you that this is a good deity promoted to the well-being of all and the seeking of light.
I would relish the chance to talk to you about your deity. These are good philosophical moments where we can sit down and reflect upon our values. And sometimes, even the goodly gods may have shitty practices. And it is here in this open air temple where some of our individuals learn to pick and choose what they like. As you see here, and he looks down at his chest plate, as you see multiple different holy symbols of different gods. I am frowned upon from most secular religions. I am a polytheist. I believe in many gods and pull my power from such. I'd like to bring these conversations out. By the way, I am absolutely appalled at my manners. I have not introduced myself. You are so kind. My name is Marianos Marcos. At your service. As he inclines his head deeply to you.
It is a pleasure, Marianos. If your faith is honored by the deities that you serve, and you are blessed with power, what better sign can you be given than the very powers you wield to reflect the faith that you have? Hold strongly to that faith.
This is all we have sometimes in these lives. See, for me, it does not make sense when, say, someone's life is tragically cut short, and they believed in one faith, yet another God brings them back to life. Why? Will one God not forsake a non-follower? Will they let them burn? No. Our gods talk, and our gods bicker, and they are just as fallible as all of us. They live and breathe as we do in the time of troubles all those many years ago are examples of this. So for me, I believe in many, as it's a safer bet than to believe in one. But please, tell me about your silver flame. I'm excited to hear about this. I've never heard of the silver flame.
Silver flame is a force of light, a force of energy, fundamental goodness that holds everything wicked at bay. It is the very energy that would seek to defend the innocent from evil. And anyone who seeks to live that way of life can draw upon the power of the flame, even the gods themselves. Every mortal soul can find this light, inspiring and guiding others to virtuous behavior. We seek to live to be at one with the voice of the flame. Although, being at one with the flame, we are close to shadow, as light creates shadow. And so we must be aware of the deceiving whispers of the shadow that dances within the flame, both within our hearts and within those around us. You see, I too struggle with the gods. One of the reasons I was called to the flame is that I see the flame as a higher calling than the gods themselves, something greater, something far more pure, actual goodness itself. And so when the gods are in alignment with the light, they're acting in the will of the flame. In my time here, I have seen many evil things. And I have been into pits of the darkest despair with my companions. I've seen mortal souls snuffed out, and I have every reason to question the will and the intention of the gods. But it is the silver flame that I hold true to, because I know that in all of this, there is a way that is better, a way that is defined. So I strive to live that path, to hate what is evil, and to protect the innocent from them.
Now, I ask you a question. You said something very profound in your statements. To hate what is evil and to protect the innocent. Is it evil that you perceive? Or is it evil that is known? These two things are very different, and we learn as children what to think is evil. There is universal good and evil, yes, but it is not always what we are taught.
The evil that I find myself concerned with these days is at a fundamental level that is so black and white that there is no discussion for gray. Perhaps to step away from where I have been to look at matters on a more civil level, there's certainly room for discussion there, but I believe that the light would guide us toward mercy in those circumstances. The evil I'm talking about is the evil that would snuff out life, that would destroy that which is good and innocent.
That is fair. I can see and agree with your point. Sometimes with religions, they, and I mean no offense by this, especially fire-based religions, tend to be aggressive and hard on their followers. You do not take any form of self-harm or burning, cleansing of yourself. Is this something that you participate in, or is it just, I know lots of fire-related religions tend to do things like this. We can't be burning people in the square, you understand, so I just need to double check.
Goodness, no. No, there is no there's no mortification in my faith. The only purification we seek is that within the soul itself, and that cannot be attained by hurting one physically.
Good. That is good to hear. We had someone try making having a stall here, and well, we had to say no as they showed up and started to whip themselves until they were bloody, and this as a way of purifying themselves.
I was reading of a faith that did that here on Faerun. The name of the deity escapes me.
They claimed to be that of Torm. However, come to find out after we did some investigating, they were actually servants of Baal, and they were trying to infiltrate the courtyard to spread their lies, their evil religion.
Understood. No, that would go against everything that we stand for.
Yes, I do like this silver flame. I like the concept of it. The tenets are pure. The tenets are good. As far as this, I have an idea for an altar for you for the silver flame. We get marble pedestal, stand it up. Beautiful pedestal, and we have a continual flame spell cast that is tinted silver, and that can be the altar.
I like that very much.
We can do this for the continual flame spell. It costs 50 gold to do. The marble pillar itself will probably close to 75 gold, so together about 125 gold, and we can have this set up for you relatively quickly, as the marble pillars are easy enough, and craftsmen make them a lot here. The marble, actually, fun fact, comes from my own home island. But in the continual flame spell, we have clerics aplenty, myself included, that can cast that spell for you.
He fishes into his bag and retrieves double the amount, 250, and hands it over. Marianos, consider the rest a donation to your cause.
He bows his head deeply. Thank you. It is not often that I have such a nice conversation with someone so understanding as you. Most people here do not see polytheism as a solution, but an enemy. So, it is enlightening to see someone who is able to have such enlightening chats. Please come back anytime and we can talk more.
Will, and I will come back to see the progress. Thank you.
It should be up within the 10-day, I promise.
He bows and heads out.
Just out of curiosity, I mean, obviously we know that this is Benny from the Mummy, that is pulling out all these holy symbols, and we understand that. But Astrum, at any point did you feel that maybe this person could have, I don't know, not been legit and just stolen all your money? And I don't know. I mean, too late, obviously. This is me asking you at the moment. Like, you literally just handed over 250 gold to some random person that pulled out a bunch of holy symbols. Like, yeah, bro, I got you.
You know, Astrom's one of those guys that when it comes to this kind of thing, he wouldn't be overly suspicious of stuff.
Oh God. Well. Yeah, you just got that. You just got the gas station. You pull up, and the guy's like, "Hey, bro, I can fix that dent for you. Only cost you $250. I got the stuff. Yeah, I can do it right here."
I mean, it's very possible. He could have completely been fleeced.
I didn't want to say a single thing during the roleplay because the roleplay was amazing. But yeah, oh God. Now Ken's thinking
that
like,
would be real funny.
now Ken's like, do I make this legit or do I really pull the? Yeah, he got fleeced.
No.
Kelly just spending the whole night giving the DM ideas for bad shit.
No,
Sorry.
no. The entire time, I'm just like, hey, this is a really cool NPC that I'm putting together. That I'm like, hey, this is a different concept that doesn't ever happen in 5e. It's like everyone has to have a singular god.
Which is weird.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
and I can't
polytheistic.
take credit for the Benny thing. That was actually Ash Wolf was the one that put because of your accent and everything.
Oh.
Ash Wolf was the one that brought up the Benny part, and I was like, oh my God! As soon as they said that, I was like, I can't unhear it now. You're literally Benny from the Mummy.
I need to
And
rewatch that movie. It's been since the early 2000s since I've seen that movie.
It's that accent. It's the same thing. It is there, and that's all on them for bringing it up. But yeah, bruh. Just remember what happened to Benny at the end.
No, I saw you post
Goodbye,
Benny,
Benny.
and then I had to like look away because I was like, I gotta like try to get in the zone and focus on this role play.
Sorry.
I do wanna say from my part, for someone who does lean towards more polytheism, I appreciate a character being polytheistic.
mean, literally, that's what D&D should be. It's literally a polytheistic world. So
I mean, like clerics, your power's got to really come from one place.
That's not actually true. As long as there is a god, clerics will have power,
I mean, look, just
regardless of what god you worship.
Care what the hell y'all talking about? There's only one God,
I was-
God in the world. His name's Torm, and any other God is bullshit.
I was.
I'm
literally-
just saying, like,
literally
which
about
god are
bring
you
up
going to
Johann.
channel? You going to have a
The thing
separate
of it
god
is,
for each one of your
Johann.
smites? Are you smiting with Torm, and then you're smiting with the Raven Queen, then you're smiting with what's that little tiny god? Yeah, I don't remember. Too
but-
small.
All right, let's back out of the religious debate.
All right.
We
Well, this is a
Yes.
D&D religious debate, not a.
that would be a funny fireside chat. Each person has their own deity from D&D that they have to research, and then they have to argue their tenets.
Well,
Oh, I
you already know
fucking
my
love
new
that.
favorite, and which I posted a picture of it in this chat earlier. My new favorite. He's amazing. I like that guy.
But all right, let's get back to the actual game. So, all right, Azram, you definitely did not get fleeced as you finished that off. Now we head back.
But vengeance, it would have been so good. Anyways, continue. I'm
now,
sorry.
Now we head back to the yawning portal, where we see Elway a little into his cups at this, or their cups at this point. Honori, are you still
Knitting?
sitting there with Elway? Like
No,
drinking?
I've gone up and I'm doing my my communion sort of thing, hanging out with Paylor and stuff, trying to connect with him and whatnot. So I'm not with
Okay.
Elway at the moment.
Okay. So you're able to find a spot and do that, and a nice quiet. There is a quiet temple that has a reflecting room. And if I
Well,
remember-
I'd probably go out of the city or something and find a
Oh, okay.
camp out on top of a hill or cliff or something. So
Even better.
She likes the hill and the tree. Ah.
So, as you're sitting there, and we'll get back to you in a minute. We're gonna get to Elway here. So, Elway,
Mm-hmm.
you're sitting there, drinking a bit. You hear a chair creak in front of you.
I look to see.
You see a dwarf sitting in front of you in spiked armor.
Where do you live?
In the city.
What do you do?
Lots of things.
Where's your office?
Trevor.
Trevor. Where's the office, Trevor? Yep.
that Uncle Fluff.
It's like.
I love that movie. I like how it only took like a couple of sentences for me to figure that out. That tells you how many times I've watched it.
This dwarf, is he familiar to me?
He's very familiar. You see very familiar Dwergar, spiked armor, with little corks on all of the spikes so he doesn't skewer anyone while he's going down the streets of Waterdeep. You know from a fact that it's not his choice, but it's the City Watch's choice for him to maintain his spiked armor in the city.
Mm-hmm.
He sits down, looks to the bartender, Dernan, and flags down a drink.
Mm-hmm. This is not the first time he's found me here, and not the first time that he has just sat down and ordered a drink.
Oi.
Salador?
We meet again.
That we do?
You know, if she wasn't paying me so well, I wouldn't come find you.
I know.
She never said what time frame I had to do to bring you back, though.
I'd appreciate any long time frame. Especially because I don't want to go see her without my new companions to distraction.
I'm sitting here. I'm just enjoying my drink here. I'm not on duty right now. I just knew that you'd be here, and well, when I need to be on duty, I don't have to go far.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes a large slam of the ale. Durnan always has the good stuff here.
That he does. That he does.
Anna gets the good stuff too, but it's not quite the same. Durnan has something that's magical.
I feel like I think Durnan has a special contract for booze.
I have a feeling
Nothing wrong with that though.
No, there is not. Anna doesn't have the contract with Grim for the booze, so on her. Keep telling her she needs to get one, but she won't shell out the coins.
Of course not.
Our alcohol is good enough. Yeah, no. I'd kill for some good Gutbuster.
You'd always kill for good Gutbuster.
I have killed for good Gutbuster.
I don't doubt that.
That's why I have to wear these damn... He flicks one of the the corks. Damn corks. Well, at least I can get you drunk before we take you back.
Oh, please.
As a large bottle of liquor gets placed down on the table, and he pours you a couple of shots.
Happily will be drinking with Salvador.
All right.
I feel like Elway and Myway are some of the only elves that Salvador actually tolerates because they're actually not, like, stuck up, per se.
Yeah, they're pretty real.
Yeah, Elway and Myway have been through some shit, and they're like, I don't care if you're dwarf, elf, Smurf, Neblin, I don't care what you are. If you're gonna sit down and have a drink with me, fine. I am fine with you.
Sorry, guys. So he sits there and he drinks with you for a good majority of the night, or the day and night into the night, as we pan over to Honoria. Honoria, you're sitting there on a hill outside the city. Large oak tree just off to the side. Everything is very quiet. You see there's fields in front of you down along the way. You see little sheep and cattle going about their business. Off in the distance, you can distantly hear their bleating. The sun at this point is starting to slowly set. And it's absolutely gorgeous sunset. Shades of orange, pink, and purple shimmer about as you sit there and contemplate Pelor. After a little bit, you hear a quiet voice. May I join you? As you look
Just
back,
like,
you look back as you see one of the darkest skinned individuals you've ever seen. You see a drow, a female drow elf, wearing religious raiments of dark colors and a silvery image of a woman dancing, long hair twirling around. I am a priestess of Elisrai, and this is one of my favorite spots to look at and watch the moon come up and watch the sun go down. I grew up in a place with no sun. And so every day that I am above ground, I watch the sun descend and count my blessings. You're a nice spot. Yes, but as a spot I will gladly share.
I actually recognize this person.
You...
Is this the person who gave me the coin of the Moon Elf Matron?
Coin of the Moon Elf Matron. No, I do not believe so.
This
Okay.
would have been back at Everesca. Is
Okay.
when she ran into somebody almost. That's why I was like, "Oh my god, this is the same person." She
Yeah,
ran into
I
somebody
was
almost
wondering if it was the same
the exact
person.
same thing in Everesca. Was this?
Yeah. So I was like, deja vu.
I don't remember that, but it's possible.
I have a
I do.
coin from them that you gave me that was basically like you're up north with this in the area of the Moon Elf Matron, we can use it as like a pass.
Yep. No, different character.
Okay. I just thought it was similar themes here.
Very.
She looks, she's like, my name is Ezra. And you are?
Noria.
It is wonderful to meet you, Lady Honoria. I see you are religious yourself.
Of course.
It's a good spot to contemplate and think of everything that has transpired in our lives. You've seen a lot, like it's written on your soul.
I did not know one could see souls.
With enough looking, you can see the hurt and the love, the gains and the loss, how someone holds themselves, how someone looks, the auras that they put out.
I must learn to look harder. Now I can only see the colors of their souls. Not that deep yet.
It helps if you're an empath. Sometimes it's a blessing and a curse. I do have to admit, though, you're reflecting the sunlight in a most unusual way. As your diamond skin is like a disco ball with the setting sun just all over the hillside.
Yeah, the grove behind us must look really interesting with all the colors. Sort of side effect from some mixed fruit.
It can happen. So, what brings you to Waterdeep? Or
Just another dead god is trying to resurrect itself.
the usual.
My life above ground seems to be a string of the same story, different authors.
It is, unfortunately, something that happens quite often. When I was a young girl, not quite yet to womanhood, the Spider Queen attempted to take over, more so down where I lived. My family raised me to be a killer, to be a priestess of Loth. I didn't like it. I didn't like hurting people, but I was good at it. So, I ran away. I heard the call of Elis Rai, and I haven't looked back. And I found myself here in Waterdeep. The moon is beautiful above the moon sea. the sunrise and sunsets are what make this place above anywhere else in the world.
Just watch them. I'm kind of trying to read their soul now as well.
Give me an insight check here.
Oh, I get to roll something.
Yeah, give me an insight.
Wait, this is the first roll of the night.
Oh my god, it really is, and it's night.
Choose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Dun
which
dun
one should I choose?
dun. You better.
Oh, not very great. It's 18.
Okay.
What?
Well,
It's
I
not-
realize I
it-
have a plus 11 to insight now, so
It's not a 1, so you're good.
no, it's just anything less than a 10. You feel like a little like, oh.
So you see her sitting down on her knees, and she looks out above, watching the sunset and the moon start to rise off in the distance. She's not like looking directly at you while she's talking, but watching this and talking at you. She holds herself completely rigid, as if years of training, posture, and the like. You get the feeling that she lived a very hard life for a while. But looking at her hands now, trying to read everything about her, you see there isn't a callus at all on her hands. But there are scars.
Do I know the goddess that she is it the same like the elf matron or the moon matron or whatever she worships?
So Elistrei is a drow deity.
Mm.
But it is the only good drow deity.
Okay, so I just basically wanted to understand what that was just for a second there.
Yeah, so Elistrei is
Not the spider demon god
Mhm, mhm.
thing, Lolith or whatever her name is. She's horrible. She's
the wiki has deleted Elistrei's page.
Okay.
Nice.
But she is the deity that calls the drow to the surface.
Mm.
She is characterized by dancing under the moon, revelries.
Isn't she also
and-
the? Isn't she also the moon goddess? Like the God, it's
she is a moon goddess. Yes.
That's okay. You don't have to search up so much. I can roleplay or BS something. So.
BS it. Let's go. Do it.
Just kind of like give a moment and just watch her carefully and see her like rigidity and whatnot. And
Yeah, Elistrei is the goddess of beauty, song, dance, freedom, moonlight, swordwork, and hunting.
if I can,
She is known as the
Read.
Dark Maiden, the Lady of Dance, or Lady Silverhair.
if I can read your soul for a moment.
You may certainly try.
I think you should allow yourself some more freedom.
Her eye, she very, very slightly looks over to you. I have had more freedom here than I ever had growing up. Down in Menzo Baranzan.
That's not what I meant. I mean to give yourself more freedom,
Oh,
not what surrounding circumstances are.
you've never seen? Would you like to see a ritual to Elistrei?
I don't know.
I promise you, she's a gentle deity. She's... It is a ritual that we do. Well, I do. I don't have any.
I'll observe.
So she stands up and she looks around. As at this point, the moon has risen quite heavily and the sun has finally set.
Oh, please don't kill me.
You see her eyes flash silver as she starts to dance in the moonlight around the trees. At one point, you see, it looks like she's holding a sword in the movements that she does. It looks very much like a sword dance. However, she holds no weapons. As the light hits her, the moonlight, you see flashes of silver in the shape of a sword in her hand. Yet she has no weapon. The dance continues for a while, and it is a almost animalistic dance where all of that tightness, all of that rigidity she loses in the throes of this ritual. When she's done, she stops and her chest is heaving mightily from the dancing. She takes a few steadying breaths, and her eyes return back to the blood red in which they were before. A smile lights her lips. I have freedom enough.
Should get better at reading souls then.
It was a good try, my friend. It's hard to judge a book by the cover. Noria.
Sorry. I ruined the mood so fast. I'm so sorry.
No, I just got the image of someone casting a continual flame on Honoria's hat or something and just making her a disco ball at all times.
I just imagine it like almost like Mabel from Gravity Falls, where it's like completely serious dead face, like Seuss just revolving. There's an image, I'm pretty sure Seuss at one point they stick glitter balls on him and like he has to like slowly revolve and create. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was imagining, and I felt really bad about ruining the mood with that, but I thought it was really funny because that's all I could imagine.
Oh, you're totally
Anyways.
fine.
Oh gosh, intrusive thoughts. So she read her wrong, obviously, but she will thank Ezra.
She nods. She's like, it is not every day I get to share this moment. I will leave you to your pondering.
Noria will stay there and do her sunrise salutations. It's not often that she gets to actually be outside or not in an evil place where she can do her
She can actually watch
sunrise
the
with the
sunrise
actual
in peace.
sunrise. Yeah.
That's fair. So you sit out there for the night, and easy enough, you watch the sunrise come up.
Mhm.
All right, Mug.
Yeah. Are we ending?
Are you tinkering in your room still?
Yes, it's at the end of the second day.
Okay, currently day one. So
You had better not be trying to create a fucking gun. I swear to God. I will literally bring I will bring Artemis in here to hunt you down, and it will not be pretty.
No, Mugmug will just buy another one. No, Mugmug is currently doing stuff. Mugmug leaves the establishment on the first day. Doesn't have sending, but
You don't have sending?
no, why would I have sending? You have sending. Probably the most Mugmug thing I've ever said. What would I do it? You can do it. At the end of the first day comes up, sweaty, very, very sweaty, and falls asleep. Or not falls asleep, but has some dinner and then goes back downstairs and falls asleep.
Okay.
At what point does Salvador have to take Elway back to the bar?
It's late in the evening.
Okay.
Well, he's not Mugmug. He's Clarence.
Clarence.
No, it's Clarence. The pause is necessary.
Well, my name is Clarence. Matter of fact, it is.
So he ends up taking Elway back. At this point, too, as Elway is being brought back, you see there is a pop with some butterflies as a fox-like individual comes out of a portal into the yawning portal. Sits down and starts to eat.
Now, is this... Okay, question. Is this Kismet or Kismet's father?
This is definitely Kismet.
This
is Kismet, okay. I'm now having to play two characters at once. Okay.
Mugmug starts internally freaking the fuck out.
I'm just getting Kismet back into Waterdeep.
Yeah, that's understandable. Kismet would also be trying to figure out if anyone has heard of someone named Jasmine Jellic. I forget how to pronounce it.
Jelliqua?
Yeah. Rather unique name, so hoping that someone has heard of this person.
Asking around, no one's heard of the name yet, unfortunately, in the area.
That is unfortunate.
But Elway gets dragged back to the bar. And when I mean dragged back, I mean him and Salvador are slurring songs on the way back
to
I was gonna
say,
probably
pretty drunk, honestly. Because if Elway has learned that if he's drinking with Salvador, he's not going there sober whatsoever. He's probably not going to remember a thing.
As you get brought back to Troll Skull, Anna pops out. Oh, Poo-Poo, you're drunk again.
Hi.
It is no fun when you're drunk. You're actually...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Consent, please.
You sleep it off. I will talk in the morning.
Sleep what off? I'm fine. I'm fine. Right, Salvador? I'm fine.
He's fine. As you guys, Salvador stumbles back, and you notice he's lost some of the corks in the back of his armor. As he just sticks to the wall and just starts laughing.
Elway just hysterically laughing too, like you got stuck to the wall again.
Yeah, it happens. As Anna's just like, I'm going to have to get someone to buff that out of the wall.
You don't know we have people who can mend it.
Yes, but you won't.
Well, I can, but you know there are people who can.
It's okay. It's okay. You go get some sleep, and we will talk in the morning.
Okay.
And she goes off and does her own thing.
Elway does not go up to his room to sleep. He continues to drink.
Okay. All right. So there's
Elway is now that kind of drunk. That I'm drunk. Let's drink some more.
Okay. At this point, at least a day passes. At this point, Dantalus, you stay a full night in the library doing your research.
Yes, I do want to add something in this. Randomly throughout the night, all of a sudden it's like, wait, didn't I pick up a magical mask? Hold on 1 second. And I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding and pull out this goblin mask that's full of gems. I'm like, huh, I did never look at you, did I? You are kind of shiny. Could I identify this mask?
Yes. Yes, you
And
can.
what is it?
All right. I have to go back into.
I am so sorry. I would have done this. We got completely derailed, and I completely forgot to ask you for it, and it's... Yeah.
No, that's totally fine.
I was literally going through my notes, and I was like, oh, yeah, we never did that. All right, cool. Yeah, let's look at that.
So this is the Mask of Wampana Yarp. It is a monstrous Batiri goblin mask made of lacquered wood and its gems carved to resemble numerous unblinking eyes. When the gem is used, the surrounding wood closes around it like an eyelid. This is, as far as it functions, is a helm of brilliance.
Oh, really?
So let me post that down here.
Oh! Okay.
And then it's... I gotta pull up the
Does it have
that
Does it
adventure
have
with
basically everything the same as the Helm of Brilliance, or is it a little bit different?
it. So it has... So this helm has 6 diamonds, 5 rubies, 17 fire opals, and 34 opals.
I think, is that the same as a Helm of Brilliance?
It is the same as a Helm of Brilliance with the... It just has a different amount of the gems.
Okay.
By the way, for those of you who do not know what a Helm of Brilliance is, this dazzling helm is set with 1d10 diamonds, 2d10 rubies, 3d10 fire opals, and 4d10 4d10 opals. Any gem pried from the helm crumbles to dust. When all gems are removed or destroyed, the helm loses its magic. You gain the following benefits while wearing this helm. You can use an action to cast one of the following spells, DC 18, using one of the helm's gems of the specific type as a component. Daylight for an opal, Fireball is a fire opal, Prismatic Spray for a diamond, or Wall of Fire for a ruby. The gem is destroyed when the spell is cast and disappears from the helm. As long as it has at least 1 diamond, the helm emits dim light in a 30-foot radius when at least 1 undead is within that area. Any undead that starts a turn in the area take 1d6 radiant damage. As long as the helm has at least 1 ruby, you have resistance to fire damage. As long as the helm has at least 1 fire opal, you can use an action to speak a command word to cause the one weapon that you are holding to burst into flames. The flame emits a bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. The flames are harmless to you and your weapon. When you hit with an attack using the blazing weapon, the target takes an additional 1d6 fire damage. The flames last until you use a bonus action to speak the command word again, or until you drop or stow the weapon.
So
It's
gathering.
not the end of it.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Roll a die 20 if you are wearing the helm and take fire damage as a result of failing a saving throw against the spell. On a roll of a 1, the helm emits beams of lights from its remaining gems. Each creature within 60 feet of the helm, other than you, must make a DC 17 dexterity saving throw or be struck by a beam, taking radiant damage equal to the number of gems in the helm. The helm and its gems are then destroyed. This helm...
That seems bad. Or it's a nuke. I mean, either way, it's either a nuke or it's really bad. So knowing that this is very rare, and obviously I'm by myself, could I possibly trade this for something that I may need? Do you think? I'm like, looking at this, and I'm like, all right, magical knowledge, etc.
You know it's relevant to Mugmug's culture, the item. I'm just going to throw that out there. But you are technically by yourself, so do what Dantalus would do.
Well, Danos would give it over because he's not like that. Damn it. Damn it, stupid culture of a fake goblin. It's not even a goblin. Oh, wait, yeah, I mean, he is a fake goblin, so technically it's not really his cult. I don't know. I'll think about it. This might be some other party chat thing. Outside of that, I would basically, with all of my staying there overnight, I would get all the information that I needed for those select things that I was researching. Because I already know what dragons do. I know what those. These are 3 select things that I'm looking for.
With the amount of research that you've done, you'll be able to pull the stat block essentially. You can't have it. You can't have it while fighting the creature, but you can look at it.
If I am the creature.
Yes.
Because
it doesn't. It does so for this. It doesn't count.
This is gonna be this is part of a true polymorph thing.
So for
for
polymorph and true polymorph, it does state.
For true polymorph.
For true polymorph, it does not. We've already looked at that.
Okay.
True polymorph, it does not say you need to have seen the creature.
This is also my way of giving you a heads up of hey, these are things also insert certain dragons, gold or silver, that I may just maybe temporarily or permanently change into. Adding that in there until dispelled. Adding that in there. Outside of that, Candlekeep. Was I able to get anything as far as a way to contact them to be able to say, hey, I have something of value that you don't have. It's a one of a kind.
It's literally just have to go there and wait in line. They don't accept sending spells.
Would I know where to go?
Yeah, you know where Candlekeep is. Everyone knows where Candlekeep is.
Okay. Just want to make sure. So if I decide to take everyone to Candlekeep so we can do even more research and more stuff that's not available anywhere else, and I can show up with a book that they don't have. Ken, this is me giving you the heads up of...
I appreciate it.
Yep. Okay, cool. And that's really actually about it. Was there anything that I could have gleaned off of Netheril that you were not able to give us prior without actually kind of deep diving?
Not at the moment.
Candlekeep, would it give me more?
Candlekeep could give you more, yeah.
Okay, cool. hold on. I'm looking at my notes really quick. Oh, the only other thing that I wanted to do was talk to the lords of Waterdeep for assistance.
So
But I would like to.
that could be
with-
another day thing because you're running out of time for today with everything. That
Oh
you're doing.
yeah, no. Yeah, no, it's fine. But I would like to do that with Saveshna and Astro for sure, at the minimum. Honestly, I prefer the entire group there.
Yeah.
But ask for assistance at the bare minimum of like those three there. So.
Okay. Does anyone else want to do anything for this day that we might not have touched base with?
I think I'm good for this day. I think because my next step is going to be talk to the seer, and then potentially the hidden lords,
Okay.
and just the regular lords, and probably Blackstaff. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of throwing the Blackstaff in with the lords, like
Yeah.
the whole conversation of like, hey, bro, we need some help. What can you offer? Because this is what we might need, and
I have to laugh. We literally have split the party 7 ways or 6 ways tonight.
I mean, we had like what, one dice roll the whole game.
Yeah. No. So
No.
absolutely.
Little session.
Before we end here, the first day passes and comes to an end, and the next day isn't very eventful for everyone. The remnants of what would have happened this first day go and the like. But at the end of the second day, you guys are all sort of gathered at Troll Skull Alley, getting some drinks. As Mug.
Okay, so you guys have been around Mug for a very long time. You know his goblin form. You see a goblin walk up. Now, Mug has some identifying features, such as he has 4 piercings on his left ear. He has a scar running down his right. Look at his Hero Forge miniature. He has a scar running down like his right eyebrow, or he has scar running down his left eyebrow. You see another goblin walk up, wearing Mug's clothes that he got in Nianzaru, where it's like the checkered pattern looking thing. Get the 4 colors and stuff. You notice he has earrings on the other side. In his eye, he has a scar on the opposite side. And when he smiles, his right head comes up instead of his left side. And he sits down next to you guys and smiles. Hi, guys!
Elway having, like, being here would look at this,
hey, Mug,
go,
how you doing?
not my
He looks
problem.
at you confused. Looks at you very, very confused. And then you hear a frantic running from up the stairs. And you see Mug running up the stairs. With his piercings on the right side. And he goes, Gum, get back here!
You did Simulacrum, didn't you?
Yes. Along with something else, but Simulacrum is the main. Yes. So, Mug walks over to Gum and looks at him and, like, bops him on the forehead and goes, No, you still need to stay in basement. You still not done yet.
Oh my god.
You son not done yet.
Have you named him Gum?
Elway is gonna look up from what he's doing, probably for once actually helping with the business, and just go, so you're the one that's in the basement.
And
He's a backwards Gum. He's a reverse Gum. Or he's a reverse Mug. Mug backwards is Gum. He's a reverse Mug.
I'm gonna look at Saveshna and Astrum and Honoria and just give them this look like,
I don't even want to know.
do we need an intervention? Like, what is going on? Like, do we need to get into that? There are
No,
some
but I
things
just
that
it
Mug
feels
Mug, you
like
see he's
breaking
trying.
all the rules.
He's trying to put a pair of gloves on Gum Gum. Well, Gum Gum is not doesn't quite understand how to put gloves on.
yeah, because you got to put them on backwards, obviously.
Astrom's
Yeah,
just got his tankard of ale, and like he smirks, and he's like, "Hey, the world. I guess we needed another one."
I mean, but
Do we though?
So I'm at a little loss for words for and I'm sitting here and I'm going through all of this and I'm just like, why would he make another one of himself? And I'm looking at our
Believe it's
I'm
called
looking at our
narcissism.
party and I'm just like
Mug Mug starts poking at his face.
I don't understand, and honestly, I think we might need to restrain Mug Mug and just have a conversation and restrain the chaos, because whatever is going up in this room and him telling this person to get back in the dungeon, this is not a good place. And
this is not a dungeon. Misa
That's-
renting a room.
Best of
You're
luck
up
to you
the
then,
stairs.
Tantalus. As
No,
you
I'm in the
try.
main lobby, like next to you guys.
How many copies of yourself are you going to make, Mug Mug?
wait, hold on.
One.
Bailey said something, but I missed it.
Oh, only going to make
I
one.
just-
It's not that big of a deal.
I was just encouraging you, Tantalus, as you did that. Best of
Oh.
luck to you.
Well,
Thanks.
I mean, technically, Misa making another one, but that's a problem for future Mug.
All right, I would normally not encourage this, but I'm so sorry. But Saveshna, are you hungry? Because I mean, this is going to be a problem.
You mean,
You're not
do I want to
eating
leave
people in my
and go-
bar.
go somewhere that actually has delicious food? Yes, let's get out of here.
No, I meant if you wanted to eat Mug Mug.
Oh, that's disgusting.
You're not eating people in my bar.
Who said I was?
Gum Gum looks and says no, and then turns into Saveshna.
It's when is this your bar? I'm pretty sure this belongs to somebody else.
Mug Mug looks at Gum Gum, who's now Saveshna,
Yes.
and goes, "Ooh."
As Elway is behind the counter helping.
Oh,
Make drinks
hey,
and such.
look! Our newest party member is a
This-
bartender
This is
here.
my bar.
That's fantastic.
I am a co-owner of this bar.
Ah, so I see that woman you were talking to
Yeah.
earlier is a gold digger, then?
I think he is, or something.
Not what
Mug
that
Baps.
is.
Mug
Oh.
Mug backs Gum Gum. To Mug
No,
Mug, or back to
she just likes to teasingly flirt with me because it makes me uncomfortable.
I see.
What?
You
I'm
all
sorry.
get the impression that Elway is very hungover right now.
Women flirting with you makes you uncomfortable? I mean, outside of the. Well, actually, I don't want to make any things
I am
whatsoever.
not a flirtatious person. I am
Oh.
not interested in that kind of thing.
Understood. Well, I mean, I get how that might
At
make
least
you
not
uncomfortable.
while I'm sober.
Wait.
And as you say this, Anna flounces up right behind you and just sort of drapes herself over your shoulders. Elway.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
Giant sigh.
You're so cute when you're flustered, and she gives you a peck on the cheek and then just like flounces off.
Oh, it's your wife. I get it now. That's fantastic. Hey.
Good for you,
Could've told us.
Elway.
I
mean,
will
obvious.
kick you out of my bar.
He runs the show, not you.
not me,
Try.
Misa paying customer.
I still have the power to kick you out of my bar, Tantalus.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mug Mug realizes the hands are upside down. That's why the gloves aren't fitting. Ooh. Misa kind of messed this one up. Hopefully round 2 ain't gonna be this bad.
Hey, Ken, I do have one quick little one. So before I would have left my house, I would have checked the treasure chest.
Yes.
What was in there?
Your soul coin plus all of the money that was promised from the sale.
Okay, so I'll put my soul coin back. And I'll let everyone know that that's where the money is currently at, that everything was accounted for. Yeah. It's just too heavy for me to carry.
How much do you want me to add? Is it 15,000?
I don't remember.
We will get through, and I will rewatch that episode this week to remember exactly how much we said.
Elway, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is this against a charm?
Nope.
Is this something that we should be doing now or next
No,
session?
no. We're going to end with this, or hopefully. Just... DC is 20.
I got a 20. I was about to say, dirty 20.
But it's not going to matter because I'm going to take a point of exhaustion right now, and you're still going to fail it. And Elway, for the next hour, you're going to be just a little tiny mouse. That's it for the next hour.
Why?
Just polymorphed him.
He tried to kick me out of a bar. I didn't believe he owned it. This is brand new. What are you talking about?
Would I still be hungover as a mouse?
Nice.
Yes. I think you would take that with you.
Yeah, it keeps your well, no, because your polymorph, it doesn't. It puts you as that creature. You don't carry over any conditions or anything. So no, you're not hungover as the mouse.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to be skittering around as a mouse, and I'd probably run into Salvador, and I don't know how Salvador thinks about the mice problem.
He'll be fine, because if he's beside me.
We're about to find out.
As we end for the night, you see Salvador, the battle rager, stand up, scream like a madwoman, seeing a mouse, and then attempt to start smashing said mouse throughout the bar as we end in this tableau of madness happening in the bar, while both Mug and Gum are trying to...
Mug is phoneticking over, details
Honestly,
about...
I totally would have, teleported him, out of everything, but it says it has to be a willing creature, so I was reduced to polymorph.
But, alright guys, thank you so much for watching at home. This has been a great roleplay session. We've only had 2 dice rolls the entire night. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I enjoyed running. So I really appreciate all of you guys as well playing. You guys are the reason this all happens. I cannot do this without you guys. Big thank you to Ash Wolf for donating 100 bits tonight, Mr. Shanks for rating us with a party of 4, and Vix Draws, thank you so much for the follow. With that, guys, everyone have a great night, and take it easy.